So before I touch a single button, what actually is QuantForge?
Read the headline and you have the whole idea: a trading desk that never sleeps, and never stops learning. It is software that watches the market for you all day, decides trades inside limits you set, and remembers every outcome so it gets wiser over time.
The paragraph below packs a lot in.
It is the whole platform in one breath. It scans the market, scores every setup with explainable AI, fires trades within your risk limits, protects each position with a stop and a target, and turns every loss into a stored lesson. You set it once, it does the rest. Everything else in this course simply unpacks that sentence.
There is a little card showing an AI score of 8.4, and Reliance fired.
This is a single decision, frozen so you can see its shape. A setup on Reliance scored 8.4 out of 10, with a 74% probability, and it fired a buy with a stop and a target already armed. That one line is what the whole system produces, thousands of times a day.
So the AI is deciding the trade.
Here is the subtlety that makes this platform different, and it is worth getting right from minute one. The AI explains, but code decides. The score is arithmetic, the rules that turn a score into a trade are yours, and the AI only ever writes the plain language reasoning around them. The money never rests on a black box.
Then a row of numbers, 5 agents, a 0 to 10 score, 100% logged.
4 facts that frame everything. 5 trade type agents means it covers intraday, swing, options, futures and commodity, each analyzed separately. Every setup gets an explainable score from 0 to 10. And 100% of decisions are logged, every single trade it took or skipped, with the reason.
100% logged is a strong claim.
And it is the one I would hold them to. A system that records every skip, not just its wins, is a system that cannot quietly hide its mistakes from you. That single habit is what makes trusting an automated trader reasonable rather than reckless.
This section says everything the platform does, at a glance.
A tour of the capabilities in one screen: the AI agents, paper trading on live data, AI-assisted live trading, the fully autonomous engine, the self-learning loop, and the safety design. Do not memorize it. Just notice the shape, analysis, then decision, then protection, then learning.
And each of those becomes its own lesson later.
Exactly. Today is the map, the later lessons are the streets. Once you have this shape in your head, every screen you open afterwards will fall into a place you already recognize.
This section says, every trade taken, and every trade skipped.
This is the platform's conscience. It does not just show you the trades it made, it shows you every trade it chose not to make, and why. On most platforms the skips simply vanish. Here they are first class, each one logged with its reason.
Why does a skip matter as much as a trade?
Because a system you cannot watch refusing is a system you cannot trust. When you can read why it stood aside, the score too low, the risk too high, the budget full, a quiet day stops feeling like a broken engine and starts feeling like discipline quietly working. That transparency is the whole reason to trust automation at all.
A system that keeps the discipline for you, that sounds like the real pitch.
It is the honest heart of it. Most people do not lose because they lack a good idea, they lose because fear and greed break their rules at the worst moment. This platform simply keeps the rules you set when you were calm, at the moment you would otherwise break them.
So it is less about a clever prediction and more about consistency.
That is exactly the right way to hear it. A modest edge applied with iron consistency beats a brilliant idea applied in a panic. The AI finds the setups, the discipline, the stops, the caps, the gates is what actually protects your money, day after day.
Then how you get started, laid out in 4 steps.
Your whole journey on one screen. Onboard in minutes, create the account, verify, pick a plan. Set your auto trade once, the thresholds, the budgets, the exits we will study. The system trades for you inside those limits, all day. And it learns and keeps you posted, storing lessons and emailing you what happened.
So the daily effort after setup is basically nothing.
Close to it on a paper account, genuinely nothing but reading the results. The heavy thinking is all front-loaded into the setup, done once, calmly. That is the trade this platform offers, a little care now, in exchange for discipline that never tires.
The last big section, trust built in, not bolted on.
A quiet but important claim. The safety is not a feature they added afterwards to reassure you, it is the structure the whole thing is built on. Deterministic money maths, every decision logged and hash-chained, protection on every trade by design. You cannot bolt trust on later, it has to be in the foundation, and here it is.
And I can check all of that myself later.
Every word of it, the decision feed, the trade history, the signal evidence are all lessons ahead. That is the difference between a platform that says trust me and one that says here, check for yourself. This one hands you the receipts.
At the very bottom, start in paper mode today, free of risk, full of data.
And that is the sane way in. Paper mode is practice money against completely real, live prices so you experience everything the platform does without risking a single rupee. You go live only when the results have earned your trust, never before.
So my first step is start trader onboarding.
That button begins the account, and the very next lesson walks it with you, step by step. Login is for when you already have one. Everything from here is just detail on the promise you read at the top.
So if I remember only one thing from this whole page?
The AI explains, the code decides, you set the limits, and every choice is written down. Scan, score, fire within your rules, protect, and learn that loop, running all day, inside a boundary you control. Hold that, and the rest of the course is just detail.
And I start it all in paper, for free.
For free, with live data, risking nothing. In the next lesson we create your account together and take the very first step. Welcome to QuantForge.